Hey guys, welcome back to RHR Jen. I'm so glad you're here. Honk honk, everyone. Guys, we have such a good show today. I'm so excited. So much stuff going on with Harry and Meghan as of late. I can't even keep up with it all. I am keeping up with it all. You can see all my posts, but I'm saying like there's just so much. I thought we could hit the best or worst of social media posts and what people are talking about online. So many of you have sent me so many things, and I really appreciate that. I thought I could react to them, take a look, see what people are saying about all the nonsense. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new here, I'm Jen. Make sure you're subscribed, hit the thumbs up, leave me comments. That's how I get Google to recommend my YouTube to recommend my video. I guess it's the same thing. And it really does help me out. And I really appreciate that. Now let's get into this. Okay, let's take a look. So starting with this, I love the blind items. And if you're like, Jen, what's the blind item? It says things where they post hints about people, and you can usually guess who they're talking about, or it's kind of fun to guess who they're talking about. You have to take it with a grain of salt, but let's take a look. Crazy Days and Nights posted this blind item. The illiterate one might say that could be Meghan Markle, an alliteration, right? The illiterate one didn't get the deal she thought she would get, so she can't afford to have real employees. She will have to go back to interns. Dun, dun, dun. Now that's interesting. Leave me comments. Do we think this is true? That would maybe match up with why such a staff turnover. But then again, maybe they're just awful. Maybe that's why there's such a staff turnover. It's that Occam's razor. Usually the most direct explanation is usually it. Just saying. All right, let's take a look at some of the guesses that people are saying. I love this one so much. Is it Rochelle had posted, I knew it. They're broke jokes. I always love this of William and Catherine when they're cracking up. I just thought that was so funny. All right. And then this person posts, so in my estimation, it's effectively known worldwide that she's a bee in heels to work for. Yeah, I mean, we've all heard that rumor. That's kind of what I wondered too. Like where there's smoke, there's fire. Enough people complain about you, there's probably a reason. We don't hear things like that on Catherine, Princess of Wales, or Princess Anne, or Sophie for that matter, do we? I'm sure, like if it was one or two people, I could dismiss it on anybody, even Meghan. But this many people, come on. There's got to be something to it, right? But in my estimation, she's effectively known as a bee on heels to work for. Anyone accepting a job with them cannot, in all fairness, complain, knowing that they treat their staff despicably. We have to say allegedly on that, but we've all heard the rumblings. I can't make sense out of that either. What do you think it is? What's up with that? Why would anybody go work for them still? I cannot make sense out of that at all. We've heard about it. I'm just repeating myself, but I'm just stuck on this. Why would anybody do it? It's not going to boost your career. Odds are, if history shows us anything, you're not going to be there long. So that is odd, isn't it? Very odd. All right, let's take a look at the next one. And 7211 says, did this have anything to do with it? Probably. Rumor has it that not everyone was impressed. Huh. You mean like the whole wide world? How about when she tried to say it's just the Brits that are prudes? And it's like, no, it's vulgar. We can all see with our eyeballs. It's vulgar. It's gross. We don't want to see. To quote my voice twin, Lisa Kudrow, right? I don't want to see that. Valerie Cherish. Oh, it's so funny. The comeback. Yeah, I had to think about that. It's so funny. All right. I have so many people still ask me, well, before I showed myself, they'd ask me if I was Lisa Kudrow. And then I still have people say, you sound like Lisa Kudrow. You sound like Phoebe from Friends. Monica. I do sound like Phoebe from Friends. I'll take it. I take it as a compliment. All right. TR Russell posted this because who doesn't love Golden Girls? I think I peed a little. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Oh my goodness. All right. Then we have this one. I love it. Princess Carparkle, friend of the show, says, it's crazy the number of times Meghan Markle posts the children in their pajamas. I really don't understand that. There's nothing inherently wrong with kids in pajamas, obviously, but I don't know that it's the way I'd want to repeatedly present my kids to the world on my platform. Same. I don't know. I normally would not give it any thought, but where everything they do is weird and kind of shrouded in mystery, it is weird. I find it odd as well. Look. So, yeah, we've got all these pictures of the kids in the pajamas, and then, like, some people were speculating that even at Disney, Lily seemed to be maybe wearing pajamas. I don't know. There is something odd about that. But then somebody had such an interesting point. I'm going to show you in just a second. But Duchess Marmalade said, remember Archie's first big video? Yes. Where she read him a book. Remember, he's like looking at whoever is behind the camera and she's like trying to read to him and have a public moment with him. It was very odd. He was in a diaper and a baby undershirt. She has no idea of dressing her kids and presenting them looking smart and stylish. It is very odd. Hosting that video where she read Duck Rabbit to Archie and he was only in a onesie and a full nappy was the decision she made. I think it was incredibly rude to do your own side. I kind of fall in that camp. I felt like it was weird. It's kind of weird because it didn't seem like she was having a moment with Archie. It seemed to be that she was doing this for the camera. I felt kind of icky about that too. I thought this was a very interesting theory, we'll say. Queen Mother says it could be the only time they actually have the kids themselves. Once they're dressed, they go with the nanny. I kind of wonder something like that too. But then that would imply that they still had time with the kids. I don't know. I'm totally speculating, but I would think that they'd have rotating nannies, right? So that way, anytime, day or night, they could have a nanny. Just saying. That feels more on brand for them, I'll say. All right. The office of CB posted this. Now, I am so not a tinfoil hat conspiracy kind of girl, but I'm going to put one on for this because this is weird. Now, we just got that video, right, for Father's Day of Harry and whatever's going on with the kids. It was so bizarre. Yeah, I'm going to show you the pictures, but you'll see what I'm talking about here. This is the first time. Normally, like people say, those aren't the real kids. Those aren't the real kids. I don't know that I believe that kids are being switched out. You can believe what you want to believe. I find that a little bit crazy even for them. Maybe it is. But then I got to show you this. I don't know. This just kind of made me go, huh? So the first picture she's shown is supposed to be 5 months old in South Africa. Second picture, he's 5 to 8 months old. And then look at the hair is what she's pointing out. And then the third is supposed to be his first birthday. So again, 5 months old, 5 to 8 months old, first birthday. Here you go. 5 months old, 5 to 8 months old, first birthday. Huh. That's weird, right? So if this person's right, so this would be what, 5 months old, 5 to 8 months old, first birthday. Wait, that can't be right. I wonder if the pictures are out of order. No, because that kid looks smaller. I don't know. I can't make sense out of this at all. Was this the first birthday when she was reading to him? I don't know. I can't make sense out of it. I think it's weird. They're in PJs and the hair just keeps changing. The weird height thing keeps freaking me out a little bit too, where they're different heights in every picture. I get it. She's trying to shroud them in mystery. It's fine. I'm not trying to be obtuse about it or make it harder than it is. I just find this whole thing weird. Don't you? I do too. Let me know in the comments. All right. Monarch says, my take. Let me make this a little easier to read. Hold on. My take, no date when the second and third picture were actually taken. So we can't give 100% certainty in any answer. I kind of feel that way too. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I just out of principle don't believe this theory due to the level of complicity required to have it covered up. So the office of CB says, I hear you. But the second shot was definitely after the first one due to the hair. And the child is a similar size, so age must be same or very similar. The third one, they themselves presented as his first birthday. The child is definitely older than in shot 2. You lost me. I can't make sense out of that at all. Again, I'm just not into, let me go back. I'm not into conspiracy theories at all. I'm just not. This is weird, right? If I'm guessing, okay, I hear those theories where it's like, oh, he also hugs, was it Eugenie's kid? Because August or whatever has the curly hair. I've never been one to believe they're borrowing that kid for a photo shoot, but I almost wonder, like, were they visiting him and they just got a picture with him or something and Meghan got confused and posted it. I don't know. I can't make sense out of this. I really can't. I welcome your feedback, your thoughts. Is this just like intentional what? On their part? You can let me know. I don't know. What? All right, let's keep going. This one I wanted to talk about Harry in German. Do you know about this? Why is Harry, who represents nothing, and let's see, hold on, let me make this easier to read. And represents nothing and no one, has no formal role in anything, recording a message to Germany on their Veterans Day. Yeah, I don't get that either. I can't make sense out of that at all. He doesn't speak any language but English, unlike Prince William, who speaks 7 languages fluently. Is that true? Hello. V Gates. Wow. Okay. He speaks 7 languages fluently. Sorry, I got distracted there for a second. Woo! Just got warm in here. Am I blushing? Is it hot? Okay. Jeez. Including German, so it must have taken him hours to learn Guten Tag. He's not a statesman or any sort of political or symbolic figure. He quit his role. He must have seen the Prince of Wales give a speech at the Blue Economy and Finance Forum in Monaco, speaking perfect French, and thought, no fair, I deserve sausage too, loser. I cannot make sense out of it either. What was the point of this? I mean, he just wanted attention and to have busy work, I guess, but what was Germany thinking? Can my German geese chime in here? V Gates, if there's anybody from Germany, explain this back to me because I don't get it. I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me either. What's happening? What's going on? J.E. May, Duchess Marmalade said, it's bizarre. And I can't understand why intelligent modern countries let themselves be deceived. You got me. I don't get it either. Who was in charge of this decision? I can't make sense out of that at all. Let me know in the comments what you think. Why Harry? Does it have some sort of tie to Griftus? But no, they've already done Germany. So I got nothing. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Remember, Germany's where I had to get milkshakes for the kids. No, you didn't. Liar. Lying liar who lies. What are you talking about? All right. Janine says he is shockingly bad and boring speaker. Is it Lammy? HTX says no one in the US wanted him, so he had to go to Germany. Royally Sage says probably paid video. And so, sorry, and he has to do something to compete with his family. I would assume something like that. He wanted busy work. He wanted to look like he had stuff going on. They need something to stick at the end of the year. R12 video. I mean, for God's sakes, everything's been a train wreck for them this year. What are they going to put in that thing? Drawing in the sand? What? So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just busy work. I don't know. All right, I want to look at this. Laird of the Manor shared this. The Princess of Wales outfits over the years for Trooping the Color. Do you have a favorite? Don't worry, we will zoom in. This is important work. Look, let's make it bigger. Of these, I've got 2 sets of 6. Of these 6, so we'll say this is set 1. So put in the comments, set 1, which one's your favorite? We'll go top 2 or 1 and 2, middle or 3 and 4, bottom or 5 and 6. I'm going to say of these 1 and, let's see, 1 and 4 and 6 are my favorite. Probably 6 is my all-time favorite. I don't know, maybe 4. 4 and 6 probably are my top 2 favorites. Oh, I love them all, though. Look at her. But that number 6 with the blue and the hat and the crisp white coat, she's beautiful. I mean, it's more than her outside view. She is just regal. I love her. Okay. And then we have these. So let's say set 2. Which ones are your favorite? 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. I got to pick 6. I love that look so much. So much. The almost the nautical look. I love it. I love the way she coordinated with, I mean, she usually does with Princess Charlotte. I love, well, all the kids, but she, oh gosh, and then just it marked her return. Isn't she lovely, right? Ah, I love her so much. I really do. Let me know your picks in the comments below. And then, of course, we had this year. Now, in case you missed it, I did a blackout on Saturday where I only talked the actual working royals and I talked Trooping the Color. So you can go back and see my coverage of that. Beautiful. I love it so much. Look at her. Regal. A nod to Princess of Wales and a nod to the Irish Guards. Love it. Beautiful. Love the color. Fantastic says 100% 22 karat authentic royalty. Karma says, what a gorgeous family William and Catherine have built. I could look at pics of Trooping the Color all day long. Me too. True royalty. Beautiful family. Absolutely. Absolutely beautiful. And regal royals. Eat your heart out, Harkles. Wow. Yeah, so that's it. That's what I brought with me. You got to let me know your comments, your thoughts in the comments below about all this. They've, again, Harry and Meghan always up to some stuff, always trying to compete. And it is funny, the more they rush to get things out, the more ridiculous they look, right? And the more, to me, it just screams chaos, right? Manic energy almost. Let me know your thoughts on all this. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I did like army green today. I got so many compliments on the I wore green the other day and so many people said that you really like green. So I'm trying something different. Let me know. I haven't worn this one before. Well, let me know. Army green. Do we like it? Let me know. I guess yeah, it's army green versus olive green. I think so. Let me know your thoughts. But thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts on all this. And let's see, I had another thought. Oh, again, thoughts, so many thoughts. I do have my second channel. You know, I got to talk about that, where I've just lost 130 something pounds. That's right. Go to Goose Adventures. You can see exactly how I did it, step by step, how I deal with things like stress and eating right and what I ate to lose the weight and exercise and all that. That was me before. And this is me now. So check it out. It's Goose Adventures. Thank you so much. And speaking of thank you, this is where I'd like to thank my Patreon members. A huge thank you to you, very supportive geese and ganders. I really appreciate all the lovely support you give me over there. If you're interested in Patreon, the way you can check it out is patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. That's where I do bonus episodes, deep dives, extra content, hundreds of videos over there. If you're not sick of me yet, go check me out over there. You can get sick of me real quick. But no, it's a lot of fun. It's a great group over there. Lots like bonus stuff. And I recapped all of Sex and the City over there. I've done episodes of Always Sunny, of Taskmaster, all kinds of stuff, but also a lot of Harry and Meghan stuff. So check that out if you're interested. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you all. I can't wait to read your comments on this one. I truly hope you all have the best day. And I'll talk to you again soon. Honk, honk, everyone. Bye-bye. Okay, they're gone. Tell me everything. How are we? Are you guys good? Yeah? That's good. What do we think of the green? I kind of like it. It's funny. I've never been a green person, but I got the most incredible compliments. And thank you for that, saying that you really like green. And that was my color. I just never really thought about it. So I'm like, all right, green it is. So now I'm like looking for green stuff. Thank you. I appreciate it very much. I always gravitate toward blue, but okay, green. I guess it makes my eyes look more blue. I like it. Anyway, it's a lot. Let me know your thoughts on all this. And if you don't know what to write in the comments, say hi to Ryan. Hi, Ryan. This is Ryan Gosling, in case you were wondering. Thank you guys so much for being here. Can't wait to bring you more stuff like this. I've officially lost my mind. All right. Bye-bye. Silly, silly goose.